All right, I'm in downtown Kansas City, and what you're looking at here is a parking garage. Now, downtown Kansas City seems overly obsessed with parking garages. That's not a unique thing to Kansas City. But nonetheless, let's take a look at this parking garage, because if you're going to put one along the street, and if you're going to devote space to parking, this is actually not a bad way to do it. You see here that, the space devoted to cars entering and exiting is very small. In front of that space, there's a pedestrian just walking by right now. Didn't stop to look to see if cars were coming in and out. These pedestrians feel safe walking through here, not only because it's a small gap and because there's space dedicated to them, but because that, you've got the arm there that will lift up and down and tell them if a car is coming out. So this actually doesn't have any detrimental impact on the overall urbanism of the street. You also look, and the building itself, instead of making it all parking, they actually had the front of it, the part on the street, have some type of retail use. Now, I don't really know what this is, you can't tell, and maybe it's just vacant. I mean, there's no signs or anything, so it really could be. But it's at least designed, theoretically, to have something here. The sun hits this building kind of awkwardly, and so my guess is that, those things up blocking the windows are to keep some of the sunlight out so the place doesn't get unbearably hot. When these trees grow up, that will be diminished a little bit, or that effect will be. But the reality is, when you look at this, this is not a bad way to build a parking garage. If you're going to actually, if you have to do it, this is probably the best way to do it. I'll show you one feature, too, that I don't think is a necessity for a parking garage, but certainly will make a lot of the environmental people happy. There you've got the vegetation on top. So I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe there's cars parked up there too. I mean, it seems to me if you're going to invest this much in a ramp, you would be better off having the whole thing be parking and not really put these kind of gratuitous trees up there. I'd rather make the city smaller and actually have environmentalism on the edge. But if you're going to do this, I don't have an objection to the trees, and maybe it looks like it's maybe just the edge there. Gives the building a nice flavor, and I guess, has some environmental impact too at the end of the day. Not a bad way to do things here in Kansas City.